The Great Faith Elementary and Secondary School, one of the largest black schools in the county, was a dismal end to an hour's journey. Consisting of 4 weather-beaten wooden houses on stilts of brick, 320 students, 7 teachers, a principal, a caretaker, and a caretaker's cow, which kept the wide crabgrass lawn sufficiently clipped in the spring and summer. The school was located near 3 plantations, the largest and closest by far being the Granger plantation. Most of the students were from families that sharecropped on Granger land, and the others mainly from Montier and Harrison plantation families. Because the students were needed in the fields from early spring, when the cotton was planted, until after most of the cotton had been picked in the fall, the school adjusted its terms accordingly, beginning in October and dismissing in March. But even so, after today, a number of the older students would not be seen again for a month or 2, not until the last puff of the cotton had been gleaned from the fields, and eventually most drop out of school altogether. Because of this, the classes in the higher grades grew smaller with each passing year. Okay, so that basically tells us the difficulties that they're having to face because the students had to work on the cotton fields, so they couldn't go to school regularly. And as you can see, we actually met the goal for reading today. So now we're left with this wonder on what's going to happen the first day of school, which we're going to find out about tomorrow. So continue tuning in tomorrow to see what is going to happen on their first day back at school. Before we sign off completely, though, remember that our goal is to answer a text-dependent question. So let's see if we can answer number 2. So question number 2 is, why is the land so important to the Logan family? Now, this is the nice thing about highlighting things in a certain color, because now we just have to look for the pieces of evidence that we highlighted in purple. I see one there. So this is our biggest piece right here. When her dad tells her, "Look out there, Cassie girl, all that belongs to you. You ain't never had to live on nobody's place but your own, and as long as I live and the family survives, you'll never have to." That's important. You may not see that now, but one day you will, then you'll see. So I think that out of here, I want to take the second sentence. So I'm going to copy this. And throw it in the text. And put Cassie's Papa says. Okay, then comma. I'm going to put the quotations in the one quote since this is something he says. Paste with that formatting. Okay. So then I'm going to end the quote. Remember we said to pay attention to the page number. So this is coming from page 6. It tells me right here 6. Okay, so this means that Cassie's dad thinks it is important to live somewhere that you call your own. This shows that the land is important to the Logan family. So I mean, even as I answer this question, we think like, even now, if you're able to own your own house, like, that's really important. That's something that a lot of people try to accomplish as one of their life goals. So I think that that's definitely a part of it. And then even to hear that most of the families are sharecroppers, which we learned, it's when you don't own the land, but you just have to work a piece of the land. So I think that we can add some of that too. So this shows that the land is important to the Logan family because during this time, it was extremely difficult for black families to own anything, many things, including property. Okay, so that would reach our goal for answering that second text pending question. So tomorrow we will try to do a next video, and in tomorrow's video we will be reading pages 16 to 23. We'll answer text pending question number 3, and I will also have the discussion board open tomorrow morning for you to start posting your question. That'll be important. And we also will have some optional Zoom office hours tomorrow if you just want to drop by, ask a question, say hello, any of that. Okay? So thank you for listening. And as you can see, that took us about 20 minutes, so not too bad. And I will talk to all of you soon.